Stop offering one offer and one price point. You heard me. Yeah, that's right. Because most of the coaches, when they reach at 10K per month, they get stuck. One of the main reasons for that is that they only offer one price point, and then there is no a possibility to scale, and they have to see themselves starting over and over again every time they work with a new client. So having more than one price point and more than one offer is going to solve that, and I'm going to show you a very easy framework that you can apply right now for you to figure out what kind of offering you should do for yourself. Now, who am I to tell you this? My name is Gerson. I have 6+ years of experience in marketing and automation. I have worked with coaches, with local businesses, with startups. I have a vast of experience in many areas, and what I'm going to tell you today is going to help you solve that problem. Now, remember that there are a few things that may get you stuck in the 10K per month, and I talked about all of them in the past video, and one of those was having only one offer and one price point. Today we are going to get deep on that, and I'm going to show you the template that I use to figure out what type of offer you should offer at which stage of the journey. So without further ado, let me show you that with some examples, and if you stay until the end, I will tell you how to get that template for free, so you can do that for yourself. Let's have a look at my screen.
Okay, so what you see here right now, it is a offer ladder. It's called also value ladder because the objective of here is to give a piece of value for each step of the journey. So it is very easy to understand, and the first is going to be an engaged content, which is something like a YouTube video or a podcast or even the content that you are posting on Instagram. This is going to be the entry point for them to get into your system. Then you are going to have a lead magnet, which is the next step of the offer ladder, which is a gated content that they will be able to access for in exchange for the contact details. And I have several videos about lead magnets, so definitely I will encourage you to check them out. But it's something that has to be a piece of the core offer in order for it to make sense, and in order for it to move people from one step of the journey to another, or one step of the offer ladder to another. Okay, the next one is something that many coaches misses, and it is the loss leader or time commitment part. This is very important because it is going to work as a bridge from the lead and between the lead magnet and the core offer, and there are a few ideas that you can do in order for doing that. Then you have the core offer and the upsell or cross-sell. So this is the offer ladder that you should aim to have in your business, and you need to figure out which of those elements that you want to add for each of the part of the offer ladder. And don't worry, I'm going to give you a practical example, actually 2 practical examples, so you can see that better in action. So the first example is about a fitness coaching. Okay, a fitness coach. What a fitness coach could offer that match the offer ladder. First of all, we have engaged content, which could be a video about how to earn muscle the right way without spending hours in the gym. Right? So this is a YouTube. They don't need to opt in to watch the video. They can just watch the video on YouTube. It's totally free. It's totally engaged. The next one, it is going to be a lead magnet. A lead magnet, which could be something related to the video or related to the main program. It is going to be something like the 3-day muscle increase routine. So a template that they offer, so people who want to have this 3-day per week muscle increase routine can download that template and can follow that template. Right, the next one is going to be the loss leader or time commitment. So an example of loss leader could be a mini course or mini online course in which there is a 12-week muscle increase challenge. So it is going to be similar to the challenge that they will offer in the core offer. However, it is going to be in a way of a course, so a do-it-yourself thing. And many people is going to want to do that for a reduced fee rather than directly going to the coaching program. So that is one very good example of a loss leader. Then we have the coaching program, which is the core offer. So if someone wants to have a coach and do it with a coach, definitely they have this option, and this is going to be actually the main offer for a coach, right? Because this is actually the real coaching program. And then you can also have something for people who already finished the main program, which is something like monthly accountability fee. So you can offer accountability service, so in a way that you are follow your clients' progress and make sure that they do what they need to do every day. Many clients will really thank you for doing that because they want to keep the habits that they learned during the challenge, right? So that is something very practical and very important that you could offer as a fitness coach, for example. The next example that I'm going to give you here, it is a life coach example. So the engaged content of the life coach is going to be a 3 habits high achievers individual have. Okay. So that is 3 habits that they see in a YouTube video. You tell them, you deliver them the value, and it is engaged. The next one, when they watch the video, there could be something in the YouTube video that says, hey, you can download a template of daily habits cheat sheet for a high achiever's life. So that's something that you could link into the description, and they access to that gated content, which is actually going to be the lead magnet. So in this one, they will have to opt in. The next one is going to be a webinar. And remember that here, a loss leader, it could be a loss leader or something that get them into that time commitment. Because when even if they don't pay you money, they do a time commitment, that's going to be still a big transaction, and that's going to be super valuable for you. Our objective for us is for them to spend as much time with us as possible so our trust and authority can increase. And that is what webinars does. And this is an example of a free offer, but with a high time commitment. It could be a webinar. It could be also a BSL. So meaning that either a live webinar or a pre-recorded webinar can work here. And the webinar, and the example that I put here is the only 3 daily habits to achieve high results in life. Right? Notice that how all this is related to each other. So one offer, ascending to one offer makes total sense. And that is very important that you have that in mind. You need to make sure they are connected, because if you do something here and it doesn't have to do anything to the other ladders that you add, then it doesn't matter. It is not going to work. Your objective here is to get coaching clients, not to just get email addresses and that's it, because that doesn't make sense. You are a business. Okay, so after the webinars, after the 3 daily habits to achieve high results in life, you have the full coaching program, which is going to be a 12-week life habit transformation challenge, which is a 12-week in which they might be helping them achieve those 3 big habits and doing in a way of a coaching thing. That is what this is going to be about. This is an example, of course, but it is I think it's very visible and very easy to understand why one will lead to another. And then the final one could be, again, an accountability monthly fee. So if you want to keep those habits on track and want to have someone to make sure you keep those habits, then you can hire the accountability after you finish the 12-week challenge. And in that way, you can have them monthly and they can pay a monthly fee. So you increase their lifetime value, which is very, very, very important. Right? So those are 2 practical examples. What I want you to do here right now is to think what type of offer you could offer at each step of this ladder, of this value ladder, and write them right here. Okay, so if you heard me before, I told you that I was going to tell you where to get this template, and you just have to click below to the YouTube description in order to see this template. This is a gated content, which means that it's a lead magnet, which means that I will ask you for your contact details, which is only going to be the email. That's it. And that's all that you have to do in order to get this template. So go ahead, grab it, formulate your offer, organize your offer, and don't only have one offer and one price point. Okay, so that is it for today. I really hope you have received a lot of value, and text me and just make a comment if you have anything to say, or of course like and subscribe, because that will help me a lot. That will tell the algorithm that these videos are something that you like. So please show me your love and click like, click subscribe, make a comment. All of those are very important. So have a nice one. I hope this helped you a lot, and see you in the next video. Ciao pescado.